My first memory was of rejection. I was barely able to walk, crying, stumbling down a cobblestone street. I tripped and fell, and there was blood. Black soot stood out against my ashen skin. Even the dogs ran away from me. Everyone was afraid of me. I looked like a ghost child. My second memory was of acceptance. I was in a warm bath with another child, playing with bubbles. A human couple was watching us, troubled, whispering to each other, but still smiling. I quickly learned that they smiled more if I looked like the other child, so I did. Soon we were passing as twins. They became my parents, and she became my sister. My third memory is that of fear. My sister and I were about 6 years old. We were learning history. I was bored and frustrated with the lesson. Unknowingly, I let the emotions get the better of me, and I transformed into my true shape. My sister ran, and my parents quickly hid me from my tutors. They were paid off for their silence, and I learned to hide my emotions. One night, my sister and I were in bed together, awake late at night and talking. We always shared a bed. It was our 9th birthday. She told me of a memory of me as a pale child, and how she was scared during that lesson. As I began to cry, she held me tight and murmured words of acceptance and love. She wanted to understand. "Show me." We got out of bed and stood near the window. I took off my nightgown and willed myself out of my form. She gasped in fright, but immediately took my hand and wrapped her arms around me. From then on, I no longer thought of my pale body as my true form, but rather my true form was that of my sister. Later, she told me I was a boy, but that meant nothing to me. We were sisters, twins, and she agreed. Now that she knew my secret, she would have me tell her stories late at night, acting out each part as a different person. We covered for each other more than once, as we looked identical, and we were inseparable. I would embroider dresses for her to dance in, and she sang to the music of my lyre. I was naturally better at things, but I endeavored to make sure my sister shone as brightly as I did. She was my only ally in the world, my only friend, the only one I loved. As my sister's body matured, mine did as well to match hers. We became schooled in the arts, and I excelled in embroidery. I was fascinated with how a simple fleece of a sheep could become a tapestry that told the story of a great war. How the color or style of a tabard or cloak could change your opinion of someone. Using this knowledge, I was able to manipulate the people around me. I was able to remain hidden. I was able to remain happy. As we became teenagers, our parents changed, or perhaps we started to notice their truth that was there all along. Yes, they loved us, but they loved us as a captain loves their ship. They started with nothing, but as soon as they saw what we were good for, they used us for their fame and fortune. We enjoyed the laughter and performance, but more often than not, we no longer had the energy to tell each other stories before bed. Instead, we just fell asleep curled around each other, exhausted.